Good morning, everybody. We are here and we are at the ICF Sup World Cup 2026 in beautiful and very, very sunny Torquay. I'm here with Simon, who is my co-presenter for this event, and we are minutes away from the sprint competition. Simon, excited or what?
Excited and what? It's been fantastic. It's been well over a year now that we've been waiting for this event, and finally it's landed. And the conditions here have been absolutely superb. We definitely would have taken this if we were if we had the choice. The heat slightly dropped today. The last few days have been incredibly hot, but now the clouds are here and we have a wind gauge at about 15 miles an hour. It looks like it's actually bigger than that out there on the water, as you can see from the pontoon behind me.
Okay, and we are looking out to the pontoon there. You can see that there. Let's just zoom in a little bit so that you can see the paddlers up against pontoon. Now today, because of that wind that Simon was talking about, we have got a seated start. So you can either be seated with your legs in the water or you can be kneeling. So it's up to the paddler, and we are going to watch the first wave, and we will give you a heads up as to who is in that first heat right now, and they will be starting in a few minutes.
That's right, 4 minutes start, so they're lining up. The wave for heat one is Holly Grist, Becky Whiten, Merle Wilson, Suzanne Lear, of course, and Helen Ambler.
And they are in the... Oh, I'm sorry. You can see these lovely people as well. They are the helpers, the volunteers who what would we do without them? So we're going to just move over a little bit so they're not in our way. So we've got those girls, and they are the over 40s, so that is the over 40 class, and we'll be watching them very soon. We've got how long to go? 4 minutes. Gosh, that is a long way on that top pontoon, isn't it, Simon? Simon's got his trusty binoculars as well.
It is. So they're all seated down there. Now the difficulty here is keeping the board in the right position, with obviously that side wind happening. But all obviously very experienced paddlers by dint of the fact that they're actually here competing in the ICF, so I'm sure that won't be a problem for them.
Absolutely.
We were discussing last night in the information session that we had alongside the opening ceremony that there was the potential of a standing start with people holding the back to the boards, but all of that was contingent on there not being as much wind as there are now. From what I understand, that pontoon has been moving up and down quite violently, so that's why we've swapped to a kneeling or a sitting start.
Yes, and those board butlers who are holding those boards are holding the boards away from that pontoon so that the boards are not bashing onto that pontoon. It's quite an art to be that board butler with that. This is very much an ICF situation where we often have the board butlers holding onto the boards, just steadying them. They're not holding tight, they're not giving them a push, they're not holding them back. That is the theory behind it. And so you've got to be quite skilled in that respect. But they are there and they are holding them a little way away from that pontoon. You can see, I mean, it may on the screen look quite calm, but we have got that breeze. You can see that from the flags on the pontoon. And you've got the paddlers who are warming up to the left of us, just here, and then they'll be in a holding area ready to go. We have got about 7 heats, and then we'll have a break for 40 minutes, and then we go into the semi-finals, and we have a break for a couple of hours, and that is all to do with the tide, I believe, because as you can see, the tide goes out, so we need the tide, we need the water in the bay to be able to hold this event. Now, another trick that these paddlers need to know is how deep is this water. You do not want to be jumping off too quickly. You do not want to be jumping off too late. You do not want to be face planting. So it's all pretty technical, the sprints. It may only be 100 metres, but one mistake and you're out, aren't you, Simon?
Exactly, and you're quite right. We're operating on a tidal flow here. So as we go through, the sprint races they'll be the same length, but there'll just be more running involved as we go through and to low tide. But yeah, absolutely, it is absolutely technical. If you make any mistakes whatsoever, that could be your race entirely blown. So it's really important to get things right.
I'm just scrolling across there. The Race to the Castle, Race to the Jungle team are here in force. They'll be shouting for any of their paddlers who are competing in this event. They're the biggest team here with lots of support. So that's run by Cassie Salter, Mark Salter. Please do look up Race to the Castle and the Eliminator race. And they are also doing Race to the Jungle in Thailand, which sounds bonkers but wonderful. So
exactly. I was talking to Cassie last night at the event, and Race to the Jungle sounds fantastic. It's a sort of day-long race down the jungle, but they're down a river in Thailand. But they're also running 7-day adventure tours over there throughout the winter. So
Brilliant.
there is no better place to paddle, certainly in the winter if you're from the Northern Hemisphere. And also you get the advantage of all of the local SUP connections there as well. So there are a number of manufacturers who are based in Thailand, and I think it's Sanovo who are
I think they're
supplying,
sponsoring the event, aren't
yeah,
they?
who are supplying the boards for that
Yeah,
event. But
wonderful.
obviously we got Starboard there as well. So fantastic event. Cassie's been hugely successful with Race to the Castle. It's really captured the imagination in the UK and attracted a lot of international paddlers. So that's a fantastic event.
People do love a standalone event, don't they?
They do indeed.
These days, so slightly endurance, but yeah, do look it up. Race to the Castle, Race to the Jungle, and the Eliminator, which is coming up in a couple of weeks' time up north. So check that out. So we've got all the officials here, the timekeepers. They are all going to be keeping a very, very keen eye. You've got Suzanne Lear there in the middle. She is here from the ICF. She is the chair of the ICF subcommittee, so really important to have her here and supporting the event, and there for any of those burning questions that people might have about the ICF events, World Cups, World Championships happening later in Sabaudia. So anyone in the open class here who wins will get a bit of a buy when they go to the World Championships. They will not have to go in so many qualifying rounds. So that's probably why we've got some international paddlers here. They're being quite canny.
And here we go, we're ready for the
Okay.
off. So
Let's
just
go.
a reminder, Holly Grist, Becky Whiten, Merle Wilson, Suzanne Lear, who of course we all know, and Helen Ambler.
Gosh. And that wind has absolutely ramped up immediately we said that this race was on. So let's watch these racers from the off. They're going to wait. They are going to absolutely wait until everybody is ready, and then they will be off and paddling their hearts out. Goodness me, it's a gut buster for sure. So we wish them all the very best of luck.
And they're up.
Here we go.
And it's the start of the ICF World Cup down here in Torquay with Heat 1 of the sprints.
And it looks like Suzanne Lear on the right hand side on that Sonova board, doing pretty well. But you've got Holly Grist maybe in the middle. She looks to be doing pretty well, but you can see how those paddlers are being pushed over to the left as we watch.
Oh,
I mean, a little jiggle
Slight
there from
wobble there.
Suzanne, but it looks like Holly Grist on the starboard, on the left-hand side, so she's giving Suzanne Lear a good run for her money.
but that split stance there from Suzanne, absolutely perfect for the conditions.
Yeah.
Just that paddling on that one side and leading the board to make sure that she
And
carries on going.
And let's see where Suzanne gets off. She knows what she's doing, this girl. She's taken a leash. So here we go. We've got Suzanne Lear, who's won her heat. Brilliant. Holly Grist there from the UK. Well done. She's a base up paddler. And this is number 167, coming in third. We'll give you a shout out to who they are. 137, 139 and 199. So that is, look at those girls go.
So we've got Merle Wilson coming in next, 167.
Brilliant. Hi.
Then Becky Whiten, 139.
So we're officially off, Simon. We are officially off with the commentary and with the coverage of this sprint racing. And as I've just said, as soon as we said they're off, the wind ramped up. So really challenging conditions. Most of these paddlers will be paddling on the right-hand side to keep their board straight. You can actually see just to the right of that pontoon. You can just see it in the corner there, a little wave that ramps up on the sandbar that's there. So well done, ladies, good job. They all look pretty relaxed that they've done, you know, one in the bag. It's quite nerve-wracking, isn't it, Simon?
Oh, it hugely is. That will have sort of addressed all of that adrenaline that you get on the start line, and it's often better to get off first to just get those nerves out of the way. But you can see here everyone lining up, getting into position, and another poorly timed gust there, and then all those paddlers in the background. There is a holding area where people can just sort of just get properly warmed up before they get called for their particular race. So let's have a look at who's in this.
Let's give a shout out to all these paddlers. So we've got Heat 2 coming up. 10 seconds to go, I think. We can just hear the comms in the background. But goodness me, that wind has properly ramped up. We're going to give a shout out to these paddlers in just a minute. We're just trying to find the information. It's all been coming in dribs and drabs, and we've got Helen Nightingale, Lee Boxall, who's a local girl, Nicola Park, Vera Lamenka, and Gemma Palmer Davis. So Dayton, sorry Gemma. So a good group of girls. These are over 40s as well, I do believe, Simon.
Yeah.
So let's watch these girls. Gemma is a really, really strong paddler. And Lee Boxall is just here. She was quite concerned, but just so happy to be part of this event. She's
absolutely, yeah. I was speaking to her earlier on. She's unfortunately got a bit of a clash with real life. Here we go. We are ready. The call for ready. So any time now within the next 10 seconds, they'll be up and out.
So we wait with bated breath. And they just want to make sure it's absolutely fair for everyone, because we do not want any complaints, we do not want any reruns, we don't want any objections. We really want this to be run as fairly as possible, and that is why there is some hesitation, and let's just get them off when we're absolutely ready.
So the call goes out, are you ready? The racers then answer yes. If everyone says yes, then it goes off within 10 seconds. If anyone says no, or if anyone's being pulled in some direction, and we've got a bit of a squall, a little bit of a gusty wind coming through, which is obviously throwing people off.
Yeah, you can see that happening right now again. The wind is ramping up. This is not what was forecast earlier in the week. It was supposed to be a little bit calmer today, but hey, this is SUP racing, and this is SUP racing on the coast, and this is what we get. So these paddlers will either have a jolly good time or not such a good time, but I think what they'll have is the best experience of an international race here at the ICF SUP World Cup in Torquay.
I know, who could believe it? The English Riviera, absolutely stunning.
Yep.
So they're obviously wrestling with the conditions there.
Yeah.
You can see those flags.
We've got some great volunteers here, here we go, let me show you while we're waiting. All kitted out with Shorty's kit. So Mark Short from Shorty's has been very involved with Brendan and all of his events over the last, 5-6 years. And he is such a good man. He's a very good man. And he's given all the athletes an extra t-shirt for this event, so he's one of the sponsors of this event, alongside a number of others, obviously the key ones being Paddle UK and English Riviera bid. So we've got the countdown now to the race, and the call will go out shortly. Paddlers ready, they will all confirm, and then it will be 10 seconds. 10-second warning, here we go. So let's hope these guys are ready, or these girls are ready, and let's see them go off. And this is, off they go. That flag goes down, and it's, if you're not used to getting up on your board from a seated start or a kneeling start, then, it is a challenge.
It is.
Absolutely.
It
and in this wind, So we've got someone on the left on a starboard, looks like she's ahead there. It's very difficult for us to see who these people are currently, but we'll make sure that we give you all the information as they come over the line. That is Gemma, who is second from the right, and she just had to take a little bit of a wobble there. These conditions are so challenging. Whoa, Gemma, steady on, girl, come on. She has just sort of almost taken a breath and righted herself, and you know, you can put too much power in and you can be off that board in these conditions. So here these ladies come. So you've got Gemma in the middle, you have got this lady on the left on the starboard who is going to be, looks like she's going to be in first. It depends who's got the fastest run up the beach. And
So
Gemma,
Nicola Park straight in.
Well done,
Helen
Nicola.
Nightingale. Oh, and
yep, it looks like Gemma beat her on the line.
Gemma.
And this looks like Lee on her trusty starboard. Well done, Lee. Jeez, look at that. She's having a great time. So,
well, that's fantastic. And
that was fantastic, but you could see the issues that Gemma had.
exactly.
She A, forgot to take her leash off, and then B, dropped her paddle. And you have to finish over the line with just your paddle. But
Exactly.
you cannot forget it.
Thinking clearly under pressure. Obviously, there's some discussion about wearing leash or not. Obviously, there's enough support here on the beach to rescue boards if they go for a burden.
Yeah.
You'll notice in the first race, one of the boards, I think Suzanne's boards, started drifting very, very rapidly off to the left-hand side there and had to be rescued by one of the helpers ahead of sort of crashing into someone else. So it just shows how. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
That's all right.
It's a choice, isn't it? If you're gonna, like Gemma, you know, you think if you fall off, you don't have your ball. But in a 100-metre sprint, if you fall off, you're not going to be placed anyway.
No.
So,
exactly.
but it's the danger of your board blowing across the sea, maybe into the brick wall at the side there. So, but again, under pressure, you forget to take your leash off and you're held up. But I think Gemma came second because she's got she's a strong girl and she sprinted up that beach really quickly. So we've got the next heat. Let's see who these people are. So
this is Wave Heat 3. It's the over 50s category. And there's some people here that you might recognise.
Oh, my buddies, all the Sarahs, I hope.
Lots of Sarahs. So we've got Andrea Richardson, Sarah Perkins, Sarah Edwards, Annie Ridsdale-Smith, Sarah O'Dara, Marianne Sonichson, and Sonia Brotherton. So all familiar names to those in the UK. Marianne Sonichson, she was on a call, wasn't she? I think ahead of this event. She's from the Netherlands, I understand.
Yes, and she has a board. I'm not quite sure which board she's using. She might be using Paul Drake's 404 board. So we've had a lot of international paddlers looking for boards, and we've been trying to help them out, and hopefully we have helped those people out. Satish from India and Nicola from Italy. We've really tried to help them out because it's not easy to travel with a 14-foot race board, as we know, unless you're driving. But if you want to swoop in by plane. So we've got this over 50s, and I have to say, Simon, I think the over 50 categories in men and women is super fierce.
Yeah.
These are the people who were paddling 15 years ago and racing 15 years ago, and they're still racing. And that means they've had all those years' experience of racing, and they are absolutely fierce, and I just love it. You know, we've also got the over 60s class. We don't unfortunately have that here this year, but these girls are fierce, aren't they?
They are hugely experienced, and there's some pretty decent paddlers with some pretty significant honours in here, not least Sarah Perkins.
Here we go, absolutely. Sarah Perkins, she's a bronze and a silver medalist at the ICF Poland World Championship. Sarah O'Dara is multi-award winning paddler from Italy, and she has many gongs under her belt, that's for sure. So who can we see here? You've got
so again, it's the split stance, which seems to be favoured here, and absolutely sensible. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, paddling on the other
Sarah
side.
O'Dara and Sarah Perkins there getting into a little bit of a tussle at the front. You've got that middle bit, which seems to be causing some problems. So we've got Sarah Perkins here in the middle. Someone's a faller. We don't know who that is. Sarah O'Dara on the left-hand side, and Sarah Perkins on the what's she on the SIC? So this is a new board for her. Her strong point is not running up the beach. So anything that she can do to make her life a little bit easier. We've got Sarah O'Dara coming in with Sarah Perkins.
We're all running without leashes.
Get off those boards, ladies, and get up that beach. So Sarah O'Dara there running in first place. Go, go, go! Sarah Perkins in second, and Sonia Brotherton in third place. Brilliant, ladies. Andrea Richardson coming in good fourth. Go, go, Andrea! Brilliant job.
And then we've got Sarah Edwards and
Annie Ritzel-Smith.
And then Marianne Soshison, who had that swim there.
Oh, she was the one who had a swim. So she's on a board that she's never really used before. She may have had a practice this morning. Conditions will be different. We don't know. She's an inland paddler, I'm guessing. So
there are lots of canals, aren't there? I hear in Holland.
But what a great race that was.
That was
really pleased. Sarah O'Dara, quite rightly, I think should have won that. Sarah Perkins, super fierce paddling from her. I think Andrea will be pleased with fourth. And now we don't actually know how many qualify currently, do we?
No, I think there's been some last minute sort of movement of paddlers, as there is inevitably in any event. But we can confirm the details as we get to learn of them. But we're very much into the cut and thrust now of the sprints at the ICF World Cup here. And we're into, this is wave 4, isn't it?
Yep.
So again, we've got over 50s category here, and very, very strong category. And there are a few names in there as well.
So we've got Sarah Maxey. We've got Emma Adams, who is from Team Sup, so Cassie Salter's crowd, and they will be absolutely cheering her on for sure. We have got one of the best female racers from the UK ever, who has, I want to almost say come out of retirement. She's not retired, but she's come to this event. It's her home turf. This is where she was born and brought up as a little girl. And it's Marie Buchanan, and it makes me always feel quite emotional talking about Marie. You know, she's been racing for many years. She's got many gold medals. You know, she's done so incredibly well, and she's here. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I don't think you can say enough about Marie. She's just a super, super lovely person as well, and with her achievements it's quite amazing. Anyway, continuing back down the line.
Yeah, now Sylvia Carletti, I am not sure that she is racing. She said she wasn't racing, she's got an injury, but she's here supporting. So the jury's out on whether Sylvia is actually racing. And then we've got Andrea Simmons and Sarah Marshall. And Sarah Marshall is from the Cardiff Bay Sup Racers. So they're a good racing team with Kev Jackson. And let's give a little shout out to Kev Jackson. It's his birthday today. So Kev Jackson, you are quite incredible. You are a great coach, and you are tucked away over there. We're going to give you a big birthday shout out. He'll be racing here, but he's a great coach for the Cardiff Bay Sup Racers, and they have a lot of fun.
Here we go.
And we are about to go. So here we go. So let's see who's the money on here. Sarah Maxey should do very well, even though she gets incredibly nervous. They are off. So here we go.
Everyone's up, someone's in. Just shows how difficult the conditions are here, and someone is absolutely hammering. That's Marie, isn't it?
That is Marie Buchanan on the right-hand side, and in the middle with a white visor, I think might be Sarah Maxey. She is trained by Espe Barreras and OR Training, and she has been putting a lot of hard work into the last 3 years. So well done to Sarah Maxey. But on the right-hand side there, you can see the lovely, lovely Marie Buchanan. And she again was very, very nervous about this. She's on her starboard. She's been sponsored by them for many, many years. And here she is coming in to win her heat. She's not won it yet. And you've got Sarah Maxey on that very distinctive Sonova board with the Union Jack on it. So here is Marie. She'll be really pleased to get that under her belt, I'm sure. looks pretty relaxed there. She'll be really pleased. And Sarah Maxey in second place. Well done, Sarah. And then Sarah Marshall in third place. She looks really happy. Well done, Sarah. And Emma Adams from Team Sup. Brilliant job. And then you've got someone who did fall in, and I was quite right, Sylvia Carletti did not race. So this is number 197.
This is
Andrea Simmons. Well done to her. She'll be pleased with that. She's got a race under her belt. So we've got a fair crowd watching us today. We've had the beach has been cordoned off. So there's that very distinctive Sonova board. Sarah Maxey's very special Sonova. So hopefully she'll be pleased with her racing today. And I think we now move on to the boys, Simon.
I think we do. So
now, in the open class, we have only enough paddlers in the ladies and maybe the men for just one round, so straight into the final, but they are actually going to give them a warm-up race. So they'll get a race. It won't be anything to do with placings or anything like that, but at least they will have a race under their belt. So this is the over 40s men. So we have Tom Doyle, Robert Cummings, John Gannon, Matthew Taylor from Waves and Wheels, who's absolutely thrown himself into all sorts of racing this year. Well done, Matthew. Chris Lambert, David Breakwell, and Nicola Vallani from Italy. So Nicola is someone who we met at the Spring Sup race in Italy, and he's just come over here with his Italian team. There's an interview on Sup Junkie Instagram with Nicola. It's great to see these international paddlers here, isn't it, Simon?
It's a really, really strong Italian representation here, and it's fantastic to see all the paddlers over here, plus their support as well. It just brings the whole thing alive, and you know, we're very grateful for their support and coming along to the event, and they've got some really, really good paddlers competing. Yeah,
and they've got a huge amount of juniors as well, which is mind-blowing when you go to something like the Lake Rocks event or Spring Sup race, which is they're both ICF events. When you go there and you see the amount of juniors that are paddling, it really is quite encouraging to see. Not so encouraging from this end. We have got a few juniors here this weekend, and they'll be super fierce, I know that. But yes, we could do with those numbers from the Greek team. I know that the Greek team wants to be here this weekend, but they've got their national qualifiers, so they couldn't attend. And the Spanish team, again, their juniors are quite incredible paddlers.
They are, absolutely. It's but I mean, the intention of this event is to try and encourage more young paddlers in. There are a whole load of kids come along to the opening ceremony last night. You look very enthusiastic about the whole thing. I guess at the primary school age you're enthusiastic about everything. But you know, it's all about engaging with those kids and getting them on the water, which is something that Brendan has built his charity around water education. So the Blackfish white paddle is raised, which means that we are pretty close to takeoff here.
So we've got the men, the over 40s men, and yeah, there are some names on there I don't recognise. Nicola is, I think, using my board, so he's on the Infinity.
Excellent. So I mean, I think the approach followed by the winners so far have been no leash, split stance, paddle on the right. That's kind of and getting there the whole way. And the skillful paddlers can, you know, if they're drifting a little bit, they can adjust just by a slight lean, slightly different direction fin can sort of mitigate against any pressure in another direction. But paddling on the right will stop you basically from drifting to the right, which is what they'll be doing. Obviously, we're looking at them. They're heading towards us, so it's their right rather than our right.
Yeah, and it does seem, Simon, that in 50 metres into this race, there's a little bit of something going on in the water. There's a clash of tides, maybe, because you've got the swell, and the swell will be coming a little bit off that brick wall and coming back again. It's very subtle,
Well,
but from watching, it appears that that's happening, isn't it?
yeah,
Simon?
I mean, over the years, I've seen a sandbank right there in the middle emerging and then sort of reducing. A couple of years, it formed an island. So my guess is that it shallows and then that sort of funnels the water through and makes it a little bit more sort of washing machine-like for them.
Absolutely.
Nothing an experienced sea paddle should deal with, but the wind picking up now.
Again. There's nothing like throwing the weather at the paddlers at the last minute, is there? So off they go. And you have got...
Well, we've got one faller already.
Oh my
Two
goodness.
fallers.
Oh my goodness.
Three fallers.
Oh no.
So we've got three back.
I think Nicola has gone down on the right-hand side.
Has
So you've got three paddlers here who will be... And that's sprints, isn't it, for you? This is what happens, especially in these conditions. So we're really sorry for those paddlers who've fallen. We've got a very wobbly one, and that wobbly one's gone down in the middle as well.
Wow.
So a few fallers in this race. So these two just need to stay on their feet, and they will qualify.
And we've got a very big lead here. I'm not sure what the number is on here.
And I think on the left-hand side it is Matthew Taylor. And he
It
will
is
be
Matthew
absolutely
Taylor.
delighted
Second
if he
place.
stays on to take second place. So we have got someone without a number here, which is not helpful for us at all. And I know who it is,
Yes,
but I cannot remember his
so
name.
do I. He's a sub-12 competitor. Oh, and look at that, a bit of showboating. Running his board across as well.
Well done. Oh, Matthew, he will find this quite incredible. Well done, Matthew! Woohoo! Number 45, Matthew. So we've got some very soggy paddlers coming in here. Nicola coming in here on the on my board. So number 46. Nicola's coming in here in fourth place. We don't know what the qualifications are. Well done, Nicola! Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Well, that was
a turn up for the books, wasn't it?
Oh, that's so awful for all of those paddlers to fall, because you are sort of almost taken out. I guess one faller, you know you're going to lose, but there were four there.
Yeah, that's really unusual, isn't it? Particularly as some of these people are sort of experienced ocean paddlers. Matthew, not one of them, is he? He doesn't spend a huge amount of time. Again, I had a little chat to him. He was slightly nervous, but at that point the water was slightly flatter. Right, we might have to take a couple of steps back here.
The tide is coming in, so number 75, well done. Oh.
So David Breakwell there.
So David Breakwell on that beautiful 404 board. So I don't know whether that's his or being borrowed. There's a lot of swapping of boards. Yeah, we're going to have to start creeping back. Well done, David. Got to make sure that they go and check in and they absolutely get right who has come in first, second, third, fourth. We don't know whether it's first to third who qualify or first to fourth. It depends on the heats and how many numbers are in those categories. So bear with us and we will find out that information for you and give it to you. So we will take a break. There's a break of 40 minutes after these heats are finished. And then we go into the semi-finals, which start, I think, at 12 o'clock. So we will be back and recording and watching all the fun. And then it's sort of down to the nitty-gritty, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Semi-finals is where it's, really important. If you've got that far, you really want to get to the final. You absolutely
do. And we're into the next race, which is Heat 6. So again, it's the men, and again some familiar names here in the over 40s category. We've got Irish paddler there. You take us through the runners and riders.
So we've got the lovely Maurice Roberts. Oh, you're all lovely. I'm sorry, but I've got my lovelier ones. Okay, we're just going to move back because we are getting wet feet. Might have to take the shoes off and get the well done. So let me just show you, that's Matthew there, who's very, very pleased. So let's talk you through, well done. We've got Maurice Roberts, and we have got Patrick O'Connor, who is racing. We've got a few Irish gentlemen here racing, which is very exciting. Dave Scott, who's from up north. We've got, we don't have Simone from Italy. He has unfortunately not been able to come. So Simone, we really wish you were here, and we wish you the very best at home, but we will hopefully see you very soon. So thank you for making the effort to try and get here. We've got Glenn Sloss from the Isle of Arran, and Glenn has been to many European and international events, including World Championships. Is trained by the very lovely Christian Anderson, polar bear to us, to you and me. And then we've got Jonathan Sherwin. So this could be a great race. I mean, they're all great races, but this could be really close. Who's the money on? Glenn, maybe? Maurice, maybe? I'm calling those up at the top.
It could be any of them, based on the previous race. It absolutely could be any of them, but they're all lining up now, and the wind seems to have dropped a bit on the shore, but you can see those flags there absolutely going for it.
It must be quite difficult for those paddlers. I'm really glad that I'm actually not doing it.
Well, we were also planning to be there on the starting line, weren't we? But
yeah, that's definitely not happening.
Yeah.
So we hope you're enjoying the coverage from the ICF SUP World Cup 2026 here in Torquay. Big shout out to Blackfish Paddles, who are the headline sponsors for this event, Simon.
Yeah.
We've got Peter Allen, who heads up that company and has travelled over from Canada to be at this event. He's also racing, I do believe. I think he's doing the distance on Sunday. And he's here supporting and, promoting those amazing paddles.
Absolutely, and the Blackfish flag has been raised, which means that we're under starters' orders here.
Yep.
So I guess all the racers are hoping that we won't have another gust hitting them at the point of go, but you can see them moving up and down. It's a real challenge for the people holding the boards from the back there.
I mean, in a way, it's actually better to have your feet in the water, but if you can't get on the board from that position, which I have to admit I cannot,
you've got to be
you've got to be pretty agile.
So we are close to the off. Here we go.
Here we go. So let's see how these riders do. We've got a faller immediately.
We've got an immediate dismount.
Oh my goodness. And all you hope is that they can get their board. So it looks like there are 5 paddlers in this race. And on the right hand side, can I have a look at the start list again, Simon?
Yeah.
And let's see if we can see who that is.
Whoever it is.
Goodness me, they have gone down already. So looks like Maurice Roberts on the left hand side here. I do believe that is Maurice. And on the, could be Glenn on the right, but I don't think it is.
Yeah, Glenn Sloss on the let's have a look. That's 78 there. So Jonathan Sherwin coming
well
in.
Done, Jonathan Sherwin. Brilliant job. Dave Scott here with the turquoise hat on, and that is
Patrick O'Connor.
Patrick O'Connor. Sorry if I missed that little bit, but we had a faller, and this looks like Glenn coming in here. Yep. So Glenn in 4th place, and whoever fell will be coming in 5th. So well done to Glenn coming in there. Well done, Glenn. And then you have a faller.
We promised thrills and spills, and we've certainly had quite a few of those. It seems to be getting more difficult.
That's Maurice Roberts. He was the one who fell, and I do believe that we've probably got our last heat now coming in, Simon. So that was quite an exciting race as well. Honestly, you do not know who is going to...
Well, we're due to have 2 more heats, and this is wave 7. And once again, there are some very familiar names in here. Some are old friends, some are new ones.
Okay, so we have got the, I guess this is the over 50s class. So we've got the ninja from the Philippines, Eric Armada. If anybody follows him on social media, you know that he's quite the character.
And if you don't follow him, then you need to. So that's at the River Ninja.
Yeah, the River Ninja. So we have got Jan Limele. I haven't seen those paddlers around. They are from France. So Jan is here. And Satish Kumar, a lovely friend from India, who is riding Skip Scott Innes's board, an old fanatic, but that could be pretty good in those conditions. It's a 25-inch.
Yes.
So he could be very lucky, Satish. We've got one of our favourites, again, Bruce Smith, newly sponsored by Blackfish Paddles. And we've got Mark Salter, who is due a shoulder operation next week. But I think he just thought, I'm just going to go for it, you know.
Yeah.
What have I got to lose? If they've got to mend something, then I might
Yes.
just make it worse or better. So we wish you luck, Mark. Part of Team Sup again. We've got Steve Lynn, so is the partner of Sonia Brotherton, and the lovely Kev Jackson, whose birthday is today. So
yeah, so I mean, I was
great
chatting
field.
to Kevin earlier on, asked him whether he's feeling strong. He said, well, as strong as I'm ever going to feel at any point. And I said, well, that's the only thing we can hope for, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
so
and he's on a big old board as well.
yeah, so the
flag
flag is
up.
raised.
Gosh. So we are almost at the end of the sprints for the morning, and then we'll take a mini break, let the athletes gather their breath, let them see if they qualified for the semi-finals, and then we'll be back on it to show you who will be in the semi-finals. So brilliant job. Well done, lads. Well done, Maurice. So we had some fallers there. Well done,
Well done.
guys. Well done, Jonathan.
We'll see whether we can get some chats with some of the winners.
We will, absolutely.
Reports on the conditions.
Yeah, absolutely. Our conditions are very, very challenging. All the paddlers who went out this morning said how challenging the conditions were, and
So-
they've got worse. So
Yes.
the flag is up, so we
And
wait until everybody's ready.
And the person holding on to the flag looks like they're struggling doing it. It looks like
Looks like they're hanging on.
yeah. So here we go. Starters orders. They're almost ready to go.
Oh, let's hope for no fallers, please. We want you all to stay on your boards.
And it's down and they're off.
They are off.
Oh, that was Eric was up really quickly. We've got a whole load of fallers already. I mean, this is
Okay.
quite remarkable, the number of fallers that we've had.
Okay, we've still got 6 paddlers up, so come on guys, get those paddles in deep and let's have a show of your athleticism and how you are going to manage to stay on your boards and qualify.
Is that Eric and Bruce fighting out the front there on the left-hand side?
That is Bruce. You've got the board there with a blue nose, so that is the Nash. I guess that's a Maliko, and that is Bruce there. And in the middle, you have got what could be Jan, maybe Limele, who I don't actually know. And on the left-hand side, that is Eric Armada. Looks like he's on a sprint. And Mark Salter on the right-hand side on the SIC. Oh, Bruce, come on. He loves the water. Come on, Bruce. That is Steve Lynn on the Infinity. Steve Lynn coming in second place, hobbling up there. Mark Salter in second. You've got Eric Armada. Goodness me. Go, Eric. Go, Eric. And Satish there. So Eric had a big fall there. Goodness me. Steve Lynn did really, really well. Amazing. Wow. So you've got all the board butlers here taking the boards out. And here comes Kev Jackson. And let's give Kev a really big shout for finishing this race. Come on, Kev Jackson. Go, Kev! Look at those skills, straightening that board up. Go, Kevin Jackson! Woo! Gosh, I wonder if the birthday boy realised that he would be,
Centre
racing
stage.
today. Kevin's birthday. We've given him a big shout
Yeah.
out, Sarah. Well done, anyway.
Good, okay, so the last heats now of the day, and I feel as though the wind's dropped just a little bit. We'll see how long that lasts as we just bring the racers for this final event into view.
Okay. So
Okay.
we've had 8 heats here today, and this is the last one for the morning session,
It's the over 50s category.
the over 50s. So we have got Kieran Ravel, we've got Carl Oogster, who is, I believe, over 65. He is from, I don't want to offend him, I think he's from Switzerland. Andy, if I could see the screen again.
Aled Williams.
Aled Williams, we've got Paul Drake, who'll be on that 404, Darren Cox and William Caldwell. So a few names in there I don't recognise, but a few that I do. So let's see these guys. You can see the warm-up area has suddenly become empty. Everybody's now off the water, and all we've got are these last few paddlers. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 5 on the water, so there is definitely one of those paddlers not here today. But we will see who is coming. And Carl is a very interesting character. He does all the races like Lake Rocks, but he also does the Sup 11, which
Cities.
is a race in Thailand.
Oh,
He's
Sup
gone
11.
off to do, that's run by the people who run the Sup 11 cities. So he's very much into longer adventure paddling as
Yeah.
well. So very interesting man and character, and a great paddler. So let's see how he gets on today. I don't know if sprints are his thing, but he gets stuck into everything, which is really healthy for your paddling.
Absolutely.
So-
It's the variety of the conditions which really make the paddler, and that's why I guess ocean paddlers have a bit more of an advantage. Obviously, we are in the ocean, but you go out in sort of different conditions based on your skill level and sort of push the envelope slightly, and that's the thing that gives you all the motor skills to be able to cope with whatever conditions throw at you.
Yes, and behind, if you can just see those pretty little colours behind there, the sailboats. So that shows how windy it is. They are out enjoying this beautiful weather. So we're waiting for the flag to go up on the last heat of the morning at the ICF Sup World Cup here in Torquay, and we want to thank all of the people from Torquay for their support, their sponsorship, their attention to detail for this event. It has so far been brilliant, and it has only just started, so let's get that white flag up and get this heat on the way. So I think the wind, you're right, Simon, I think the wind has just dropped down a little bit, so yeah, let's see what happens. The flag is up, so as soon as those men are ready, they will be off and running, or paddling very fast.
Well, hopefully.
Hopefully running as well and not
Yeah.
tripping up. Eric had a big fall there, didn't he? Didn't look very pleased with himself there.
No.
I'm sure he will be doing a very interesting post about that later, as he does.
Right, here we
Right,
go.
Here we go.
So
let's-
wind picked up again. Rather inconveniently timed there.
We're talking about the paddlers who are used to the sea. Marie Buchanan looked very stable, didn't she?
Yeah.
She looked very secure in her paddling, and even she was nervous this morning, but she's done a very good job, and it's just lovely to see her here.
As she ever does.
Well done, Bruce. Happy birthday, Kevin Jackson.
Oh, thank you very much.
Well
Whose
done.
birthday is this?
Yours, apparently.
Is it? Really?
Yes,
I never knew that.
we are recording, so please no swearing. But yeah, what a great thing to be doing on your birthday, Kev. Right, here we go. They are
Crazy.
off. So
See you in
we've
a
got
bit.
these. Yep, thank you, Kevin. We have got these paddlers coming in now, and we've had a faller. We've had 2 fallers. Oh my goodness. So that means there are 4 paddlers on their feet, paddling as hard as they can, and we will let you know who they are. We've got, I think we've
We've got a bit of a drift round.
Paul Drake, who is on the grey board, and that looks like him on the front, actually, on that grey 404 board. So hang on in there, Paul. Yeah, Drakey's at the front there. So he, again, very distinctive. See, he always wears this little cap, and on the right
and
there.
some rather lovely shorts as well there.
Yeah,
It's,
who is that on the right?
So yeah, Paul Drake leading. Number 11, we've got Kieran Ravel.
So Kieran Ravel in second place.
We have got
Well done, Paul.
Darren Cox currently in third.
Okay, well done, Kieran and Darren Cox, Irish paddler.
And Carl Euster in fourth.
And there is Carl, who I was talking about earlier, so incredibly fit, well, would be a pensioner in the UK. So, hey, Simon.
Well, that's it.
We're done.
That's the heat. Let's see, should we see whether we can grab someone a bit later on and do some post interviews, but that's the end of the first round of heats. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be back with a new video soon.
Yeah, thank you so much everybody for watching, and don't forget to come back for the next round. See you very soon.